So, my name is Rene. I'm the founder and managing director of Novus. And today I want to show you something, I guess, a bit different to what you've seen and heard the last days here. Novus is Latin and stands for new. And this was always the driving force behind what we are doing. We really, with all our passion, want to drive the future, and we want to do it today. When I was a child, I was always just watching movies about the future and was wondering, why doesn't the real world look like that? But yeah, we want to change that. But I want to start somewhere else. A couple of years ago, I was working in the automotive industry. I started 2012, and 2016-17, the top line is traditional cars, the lower line is electric cars. 2016-17, all the board members and the top management, they just made fun about electric cars, especially about a certain company from the US, that this will never succeed. Then a couple of years later, where this yellow dot is, there was a certain point when the market changed, and suddenly the numbers doubled, and then they started to realize, oh, maybe that's something we should consider. And a couple of years later, then they realized, oh, maybe we forgot to do the same thing. So, and if we have now a look on the motorcycle market, the same tipping point I showed you that happened in 2018 for car industry happens exactly now. Exactly now, the numbers are doubling. Now the market is opening up. And the really interesting point is this one here. The whole motorcycle market, the electrified, the portion for electrified motorcycles is just 4.4%. So it's literally nothing, and there's so much ground where this market can grow into. Just a couple of numbers for somebody who's doing what we do. How big is the market? Many people ask, and it's certainly big. Especially, it's not just about motorbikes. It's also, in our case, about luxury cars and luxury goods where we can take parts of. But what do we do? We try to combine the advantages of an e-bike, the lightness, with the power and the performance of a motorbike, and add some extra design value to create something new. We are a new lifestyle mobility brand, and therefore we created our first product, Novus 1. Maybe some of you have seen them already. They are outside here in the main floor. And some people always ask us, what is the special thing about Novus? Why a Novus? And the best answer for that is, this is the feeling, seriously, to be James Bond, no matter of female or male, or Tom Cruise in their next movie. We believe that it's necessary to give a product like that some extra values to differentiate yourself to everything else on the market. Otherwise, there's no chance to change the whole motorcycle world. But it's not just a design and lifestyle product, it's also a performance machine. Just for instance, we have more than 20 times of the torque of a comparable bike. So it is a beauty, but it's also a proper beast, I would say so. We also have a digital product, so there's a certain connection of your own phone with the bike. It's fully connected. We have the chance to get some over-the-air updates. So the same what you know from modern passenger cars, we do the same for the motorbike world now. Very important page, who's the client for this kind of product? We believe that sustainability is the new cool, definitely. And customers want to show that they care what's happening in this world, but nevertheless, they're looking for products where they can, where they see themselves in. So this is our client. Why can we do that? I have a team full of automotive experienced and passionate engineers and designers. We are from Braunschweig in Germany. This is close to Wolfsburg, so this is a certain mobility hub in Germany. And we also work together with several really experienced big players in the market that help us to develop certain components. As I said before, my team is highly skilled. We can do a full development process from the first sketch until testing and prototyping, and that's necessary to create these kind of hardware products. Many people here, they have a certain hesitation of hardware because it's hard. It's hard to do that, but we have a team that is capable of doing things like that. Why can I do that? I worked 7-8 years for VW in the Research and Development Center. I'm partially owner of a family business with like 500-600 employees, and now I'm doing Novus since 3 years. So I know the smallest circle, medium one, and also the biggest possible ones. At the end, struggles are always the same, I would say. One more word regarding where we see ourselves. Normally in the world of motorcycles, you can, for money, you get performance. That's the traditional way how to see that. We want to change that. If you buy a Novus, you buy the uniqueness. You buy this feeling to be something special, and we believe that it's necessary to change this kind of approach, to be able to change the whole industry. So we see ourselves definitely more as a lifestyle product than just as a ordinary two-wheeler where it is about coming from A to B. As a really short sum up, where did it start? We started already in 2010. At that time, this was my degree project at the university. It was the time when the first e-bikes came on the market and also the first electrified motorbikes, but both of them haven't been really inspiring for a young designer, I have to admit. A couple of years then, we built up a first prototype and showed this one then in 2019 on the CES in Las Vegas. At that time, there was no startup at all. We just claimed to be a startup, but everything we had was a logo. That's it. And then 2 days later, we got a phone call from the secretary of the CEO from Tesla SpaceX. So Elon Musk himself wanted to buy our prototype. And we just came out of our own garage. Seriously, there was literally nothing. And then the richest man in the world comes and wants to buy your product. Or your prototype, I have to say so. And then what is the smartest thing you can do? We refused. I didn't even ask for how much he will give us, because I had the feeling that this is my once in your lifetime chance to create something really big. So we refused. 2019, I founded Novus. At the end, without anything. We haven't had a USP. I haven't had a team. I haven't had any funding. But what I have was somehow the feeling that it must be possible. As long as nobody else tried it exactly the same, with failing and failed, then it should be possible. So we started in 2019, and this year now, finally, after 3 years of development, we launched our series production bikes. If you haven't seen them, they are outside in the floor here. Have a look. We're going to continue. That's just our first product. Next products in the next years gonna come. And now we are here to raise a Series A round. We are looking for 3.6 million euros. That's everything we need to finally go into production. Yeah, I can just invite you to go out and have a look at our motorbike. Maybe you have the same feeling, and maybe you can be the next James Bond. So, thanks for having me.